Today I'm going to talk to you about something that's kind of important before we continue on in my series on how to do blogging and get your first web pages up. But I want to point something out to you and give you a word of caution before you go too far in your internet marketing experience and education. And that is that you're going to get tempted when you go out onto the internet to do some things that are questionable sometimes, and you're going to see a lot of advertising thrown at you, and you're going to get a lot of emails telling you that there's a shortcut to internet marketing. And I want to say right from the start that there are no shortcuts to internet marketing that I know of. And what I'm referring to are sometimes what are considered underhanded methods of acquiring attention on the internet. Two of the techniques that you're going to hear about today are what they call white hat techniques and black hat techniques. And both of these techniques are used on the internet by people consistently. And I'm going to show you an example today of why I know some of these techniques are being used on me even as I do my own personal blogging or my email. Now, just to tell you the difference between the two, white hat techniques are tricks that you use on internet marketing to attract attention or clients or customers by using legitimate means, but they're little tricky things. Okay, so they are a trick, and you can use these and people won't think anything ill of you or anything like that. Sometimes these little tricks work and sometimes they don't, just to be honest with you. So black hat techniques, on the other hand, are techniques that involved nefarious activity, spamming people, buying programs that you put a little piece of code on your website and it boosts you up in the search engines. Some of these are kind of a gray area. I would say some of these things that you can put on your website that will possibly change your content a little bit so that Google will pick you up. But really, most of the time it's been my experience that these things don't work. And just to give you a good clear example of a black hat technique, I'm going to take you to my website now. Okay, this is my WordPress interface for the WordPress platform that I use to do my blog posts, and right here is my comment section, so I'm going to click on that. Okay, here I am in my WordPress comment section, and I'm going to show you. Now, these are legitimate posts that people have made to my site. And the reason I know they're legitimate posts is because if you read them, you'll see that what they're saying is relevant to what I'm writing about. In other words, let me see here. Here's one on real estate, internet marketing, secret marketing techniques. This is one of the posts I've made on here. And this guy named Barlow, he says, I agree with the premise of the blog. There seem to be quite a few experts out there, so forth. So what he's saying is related exactly to what I'm writing about. And whenever you post to somebody's blog, if you're going to start doing it, which I would recommend that you do that later on down the road, make sure you're doing legitimate posts, or at least they look like they're legitimate. But there's a black hat technique that people have been using on my blog, and I'm going to show you that right now. Right here I have a button that says spam, and I'm going to click on that to show you how many people have been sending me messages that don't have anything to do with my blog. Okay, now these are the ones that I have a little program in here from a business called Akismet, and what the Akismet program does is it filters out spam. You can add these to some of your blogs. I don't know if they work with Blogger, but I do know they work with WordPress blogs, so that's what I have. Anyway, if you look here, the very first post is from a guy called JFK Airport Shuttle, and his web address is regencysedan.com. Now that has nothing to do with real estate or real estate marketing or any other thing. And if you read this, it says Regency Sedan is one of the best limo providers in New York with thousands of happy, satisfied clients. So he has posted a comment into my blog that has nothing to do with my subject. Because my subject over here is real estate agents get leads from your blog or website. This is a post I made. Yet his comment has nothing to do with it. Well, if you go down this list, you will see that there are loads of comments here that people are just making random comments about nothing. Let's see. Now here's one that I might approve because this says Realty Stop. But at the same time, there's a great place, Realty Stop agency, who offer full service in areas of real estate transactions. So because it's real estate, I might approve it, just because it's about real estate. I don't even care about them getting a link from me on that one. I have to think about it first, though. But most of these are. Here's one. Now this is a little deceptive. Thanks. This is a useful article. Keep up the good work. How about more articles about financial and savings? And this was about a BlackBerry cell phone that I had written about for a tool for real estate agents. Now what does that have to do with a BlackBerry cell phone or a review I wrote about one? It has nothing to do with it. So it's a very generic response. And what they're doing is they're using a program to send out comments automatically. And what they do is they go through and they somehow collect your blog address, and then they're able to, with this program, automatically send a message into your comment section. Well, this doesn't work, and it hacks a lot of people off. And what I do is I automatically mark the email address of all these people as spam, so they can't send any more into me. Well, you may ask yourself, why are people doing this? Why would they post comments randomly that have nothing to do with anything? Well, it all comes down to this right here. This is their addresses. And what it does is when they post to a comment into somebody's blog, they put a link in there that goes to their website. So this, they think, is going to fulfill two purposes. Number one, they think people are going to be reading my blog and they're going to go, "Oh, look it, we've got a good to read audiobook.com. Oh, let's go there," and they're going to click on that link, which people are not. If people come to your website, usually they're looking for a specific thing. That's why I always tell you to write about a niche market. So they're off topic, so they're thinking, okay, someone's going to click on them. The other thing is if they get links from your site to their site, Google might rank them higher. Well, this is a bad misconception because Google is very sophisticated now. It wants to see relevant links. In other words, this guy who wrote the real estate comment about the real estate business, that would be considered a relevant link. But having a link about baby diapers on a real estate website or blog is not going to help their relevance at all. But they're still under this illusion. So they went out and they bought a program. They spent money buying a program that will automatically dump, go around and collect email addresses and blog addresses, and then dump comments into their blog or website in a vain effort to get links and get business. It doesn't work. Okay, and everybody's onto it, so it's all old black hat stuff. Okay, so I guess you could say the bottom line to all of this is don't use black hat techniques. And the other thing I want you to bear in mind is when you see an advertisement or you get an email talking about how you can easily rank real high in the search engines and get all this free content or whatever they tell you, don't believe it. It's just like the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Once again, this has been Mark Ellis with ExpertRealtorWeb.com. On the next episode, we're going to talk about legitimate white hat ways of getting people attracted to your site and helping you out with your internet marketing experience. Thanks for coming.